We'll now go to items 10, 11 and 12. I think we've canvassed all the issues in the discussion to date. Under 9, the Deputy Mayor will move, and I think it is to accept the private plan change requests of Kiwi Income Property, Fulton Hogan and Oyster Capital. And I think the words need to be, John, in whole. I just need to check the words.
Yeah, there is the option to accept in part, so and that is language from Clause 25 of the RMA, so accept the private plan change request by Kiwi
It's requests, plural.
in whole, or accept in whole, I think. Is that what you're suggesting, Mr Chair?
In full.
Accept
In full.
in full. I'm just looking to Karina. In whole. Yeah, it's whole is the RMA wording. And that's with a W.
John, can I just clarify?
Accept and hold the private. Yep, that's.
Can I bundle?
Karina's
Can we
nodding.
bundle the 3 in the one motion? Or would you like them separately, please?
I think we've, on legal advice, our preference is just to have them as 3
Okay.
distinct sets.
Okay. I'll just have a question on this from Councillor Newman. Councillor Newman?
Chair, can I just, in acceptance of this, and I will be voting for this, I'm assuming it's got a seconder, but can I just understand, in the preparation of the evidence, what early engagement will there be with the Franklin and the Papakura local boards for their input? Because there are some assumptions in these plan changes that I'm sure those local boards would want to have some comment on.
Yeah, through the Chair, we always, once the plan change is notified, as soon as the submissions come in, we go to the relevant local boards, explain what's come through in the submissions, and give them the opportunity to provide a comment that then forms part of the Council's report at the hearing. So that's a standard part of the process. So we'll certainly engage with Franklin and Papakura on these plan changes.
On all 3, I know we're talking the Franklin local board, but there are implications
Or Papakura.
and there are assumptions here that are absolutely specific to Papakura as well.
So on that note, prior to the meeting, I advised the chairs of the 3 local boards, Franklin, Papakura and Brent Catchbowles here today, and Manurewa, of this paper coming up. And going forward, when the submission comes back to the Planning Committee, we'll be inviting the respective chairs or their appointees into that meeting to consider that submission. And prior to that, the staff will be discussing that draft submission with the respective local boards. Okay, so we got the words right, and we're going to do them one by one. So moved by Councillor Cashmere, I'll second. We're ready to do the first one. Could we just, and it's A, Roman I, and then A through to D. All those in favour say aye. Aye. Contrary, no. Declare that carried. We'll now go to 11, and that is the Oyster Capital private plan change. And it's moved and seconded. All those in favour say aye. Aye. Contrary, no. Declare that carried. Thank you. Going to item 12, the private plan of Fulton Hogan. It's moved by Deputy Mayor and seconded myself. All those in favour say aye. Aye. Contrary, no. Declare that carried. Thank you, members. Thank you to the staff. Thank you to all the really good questions that have come in on this one, members. It's a good hard look at it. Thank you. Can I have a move for item 13, please? Thank you to the staff. Thank you, John Dogood and John Dunshay. Ian Kloppers, thank you, and David Mead. Appreciate it.
Second.
Moved or seconded? And on 13, I've got a mover in Councillor Simpson, second in Councillor Filipaina. All those in favour say aye. Aye. Contrary, no. Declare that carried. There's no extraordinary business. It takes us to the procedural motion to exclude the public. I'll move. Seconded Deputy Mayor. All those in favour say aye. Aye. Contrary, no. Declare that carried. Members, I'll vacate the chair because I've got a declared conflict of interest on the next item.